All right, so on this question, we have the graph f of x is equal to x, and the g of x is equal to f of x plus 3. All that means is that we took the f of x and we transformed it. In this case, we've shifted it because that plus 3 is shifted up 3 units. Now I'm going to remind you, and I'm going to write this down. I'm going to write down the vertex form. We all know what vertex form looks like. Or at least at this point we should. Okay. Now, I can look at the same vertex form in terms of linearly. And if I'm looking at it linearly, all that means is I'm going to take out that squared. All of the same transformations exist in vertex form as they do in linear form. This a value, if our a is greater than 1, then in terms of linear, our graph is going to be more steep. And if it's between 0 and 1, it's going to be less steep. And if it's negative, it's going to be reflected. Okay? Now, the h is going to determine whether or not we shift left or right on the x-axis. So that means that we would, because of this negative here, it's going to be opposite what you think. And then lastly, we have the k. That means we're going to shift up or down. Okay, so if I were looking at this f of x plus 3, we took that f of x is equal to x, so that g of x is basically equal to x plus 3. So all we've done is we have not made it more steep or less steep. We have not shifted it left or right. We've only shifted it up because it's positive 3. Our k is basically, so here, our a is equal to 1. Our h is equal to 0, and our k is equal to 3. So we've shifted it up, okay? So the answer choice A says graph of f is shifted up 3 units to create the graph of g. Yes. The graph of f is steeper. No. The graph of f is shifted down. No, we shifted up, not down. The graph of f is less steep. Nope, we have not made it more steep or less steep. Okay, now if it had been, like let's say it was, g of x was equal to, let's say, 2 f of x plus 3, then this would be more steep, and we would shift it up 3 units. Okay, let's look at this question, and this is the last question in this TEK. The linear function f of x is graphed on the coordinate plane. The new line is formed by changing the slope of the line to 2/3 and a y-intercept to 4. So that means that our a is equal to 2/3, which 2/3 is less than 1. So that means that it's going to be less steep. And our y-intercept, that's our k, that's going to be equal to 4. And it's positive 4, so that means we've shifted it up 4 units. Okay. Which statement about the relationship between these two graphs is true? So the new line is steeper than the graph of the original line, and that's true. The y-intercept is translated down. That's false. The new line, is less steep. That's false. And the y-intercept is translated up. That's true. So both A and B is gone, because both our statements need to be true. The new line is steeper. That's true. And the y-intercept is translated up. That's also true. Sorry, less steep. My apologies. Hold on. Less steep. Hello. It's not letting me erase. There we go. This, my apologies. That's actually less steep. That's actually true. This as steeper, that's false. Yes, so my answer choice is B. Sorry about that. The graph of the new line is less steep. That's true. That's false. So it has to be B. So C and D. I was going through that and I tripped myself up. All right. See you in the